tech stuff today, so I'm not actually sure I'm live. So I'm gonna check real quick if this is actually working. Am I? Let's see. I managed to enter Live Studio. I managed to move one step further into the world of tech and the realm of streaming, but I don't know if this is working because I'm not getting any comments unless I have to go here maybe. Someday all tech will work, but it will be so awesome. But now I don't know if you can hear me at all. I have no idea because I can't see any comments. You know what I'll do? I will go to Facebook or YouTube and see if this is actually on. So what I did is I put my computer. The reason why I'm doing all this is because, hang on just a second, let me make sure my audio situation is working. This is annoying. Okay. 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 I don't know. Today may just be, I don't know. A lot of I don't know. I wish I knew. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I said I was gonna go to Facebook and see if I'm live. Am I? I'm not. Arg. Let me check the YouTube. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm putting my computer over there is because the fan. It's very loud. So. Oh, I am live. I am. Okay, so I'm live somewhere. But I can't see any comments. I want to see your comments. I mean, I'll see them after. So we may just have to do that. I'll just see your comments after. Which I don't like, because I like talking to you. How do I see the comments? I'm using the OBS Studio through Restream to the platforms. I don't know, this might just be a pain in the A and not really worth, not really worth it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should just start playing. But I want to see you. I'm going to try one more thing. Try one more thing. Oh, wait. Is this working? Can I see now? Oh, yes! Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. What happens if I enter the live studio here? Yes, I've been talking nonsense for 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Well, thank you very much for your patience. No, it's not there. It is there. Oh, yes. Hi, Ali Jean. I see your comment, and this is a great victory. I'm wearing my glasses because I can't see all the way to the computer otherwise. So I'm sporting the librarian look today. So what I'm doing today that's different. Hi Gina. Hi Gina. So I'm seeing what you're writing over there, but I'm looking at you here. Hi Gina. Hi. So what I'm doing today is I managed to figure out how to use my iPhone as the camera, but the computer as the streaming device, and hopefully, oh, let me adjust this. Hopefully my fancy pants microphone is working. Is it working? I hope so. I hope. Okay. Would you let me know if you can hear me? Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. I have to get used to looking over there and talking here. Looking there, talking here. Okay, so this week was a lot less dramatic than last week. I told you about my dad and his just really unexpected, out of nowhere bleeding on the brain. So he had the surgery and they cleaned things up, and he lost his vision, but they're saying that his vision will return. Nevertheless, the other good news is that he's now home with my mom, and he's able to rest and sleep in his own bed and eat food that he likes. So that's a big deal. There's been no change in his sight so far, and people have written, very kind people have written and told me that they know about this person and that person, and his vision could return anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to a year to who knows. So we'll see. But that was a big roller coaster, especially for him. That's a really huge change. And I was able to see him and talk to him now every day as he's home with a video chat, so I can see his face. And he looks like he's been through the war, like really, my gosh. Don't want to wish that on anybody. It looks really, really horrendous. So, but he's okay, as okay as he can be. So that's that update. And then to something very Irish. Let's talk about the weather. We've had now 4 days of sunshine, which is the greatest treat ever. And, Irish people always talk about the weather. And if it's raining, they're like, oh, the weather is shit. And I'm like, no, it's not shit. But then, if you see what they mean by good weather and what it's like here with good weather, you know that when it's raining, it's really, as they say, shit. But so I'm gonna look at your comments real quick. Oh, the microphone sounded better when I was near it. So it is on. That's good. That's, well, good. But you can hear me, I hope, still. Better than on the computer with a fan. My next goal, because I have a one of those round foam thingies with the metal, what's it called? A reflection filter, right? Yeah. My next goal is to put the reflection filter around the computer to shelter all that noise. And then my next goal is I really do need to get another computer, but it just makes me so mad when they don't work great after just, a few years, because you're like, it should work forever, or at least 20 years, So I do probably need to get a new computer, but I don't want to. So I'm just kind of trying to find ways around it and use what I have and learn all kinds of new tech stuff. So what else? I went for a hike last night, sort of a twilight up this, they call it mountain, but it's really a little hill. It's a bump. It's a bump in the ground. But anyway, it has nice views. And there was this sort of scandal, I don't know when it happened, a couple of years ago maybe, where they were building trails on this mountain, and then they had say, oh, we need to cut these trees, right? So then they sent a memo to whoever cuts the trees, And then the people sent the people who actually cut the trees. Anyway, and they cut down this really large area of old trees. Like, it's a massacre. And then by the time the people who are organizing the trails, who had given the order, let's say, to cut the trees, figured out that these people had cut the wrong trees instead of cutting like these, I don't know, there was some young, just sort of like brush that needed to be cleared. They had cut down these gorgeous, like, big trees. Anyway, so I went to hike there yesterday, and what people had done, the kids, they built all these tiny fairy houses. So on almost all of these stumps of trees that are no longer there, you see just these little signs of magic everywhere. And that was just really sweet, because you look out and you're like, oh, all these beautiful trees cut down. But then you're like, oh, but look at the pretty fairy house. So I thought that was really sweet. Yeah, bump in the ground. So that's that. But then today I want to play for you 3 songs as per usual. And I would love your opinion. So the first song I'm gonna play is for my dad, because this one is his favorite, and I'm so glad he can still hear. Oh my God. People are saying that the worst sense to go is sight, but I mean, none of them should go. But anyway, so Grandma's House, this song is about 10 years old now, and I released it, a little over 10 years ago. And I never played it on the piano, so I've been trying to work it out, how it would work on the piano, because it's a very guitar song, and I wrote it with my partner at the time, who was playing the guitar. So it had a certain feel, and guitar and dobro and drums, and it's a lovely recording that my good friend now, Michael Winger, he engineered and recorded in his apartment in San Francisco, and it was really, really a very special day. So this song is about my grandma, my dad's mom, and she died when I was 13, and I actually say that in the song. And her house was my happy place. So, and I didn't go there very often, unfortunately, for several reasons. But every time I did go there, I was the happiest, because she was very playful, and there were no rules, which for a child is like heaven. So I could sleep how much I wanted to. She'd make me whatever food I wanted. And this tiny village, imagine, made of about 40 houses, nestled in a valley, surrounded by these green hills. It took you about maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours of walking from the nearest small town. And that's where my mom's from. So it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, but paradise. So everybody knew everybody, and most people were related, and it was just like a big family where you have a whole village to yourselves. So when I went there, and people there hold very much to their own ancestry and bloodlines. So then if you're one of them, you're in, like, you're home. You're absolutely home. And then 2 summers ago, I went to Romania to just sort out some hurt things and get over a very painful separation. And I went to the place, to my grandma's house, to the village, to find some solace and healing and myself, and kind of connect with the love that I found there when I was a child. So the house, since then, my dad sold it at a very low price, which is a very good line for a country song. This is a country song. Hang on, let me just not miss your comments. So I went there, and a lot of the people have died. So there are only maybe about 5 or 6 of my grandma's generation, and most of the houses are empty. And there are a couple of houses that have been bought by, they say, the city people, so they just come there for the weekends because it's so quiet. But my grandma's house now is a church, and the people who own the house, like they're Pentecostal church, I think, or Baptist, no, Pentecostal, yeah, and they're friends of friends, and some, I went to school with the cousin and that kind of thing. And they were very kind and said that I could stay there for however long I wanted. Now the house is set up has several structures, but the main structure has 2 rooms. And then the front room and the big room, that's where they have their church services. And then the back room is used to host traveling preachers or, whatever, stuff like that. So that's where I stayed, in the back room. And then there are all these buildings in the back where my grandma had her summer kitchen, and the barn, and then where she raised her pigs, and then the chickens, and then she had this outdoor oven where she baked the bread, and then a really beautiful orchard all the way in the back with the biggest, most delicious cherry tree. So I went and stayed there for, I think, a couple of weeks, 10 days or a couple of weeks. And it was the best. Absolutely the best. No cars. I didn't drive anywhere. I just would, every morning, no plan. I would just get up and just walk around the village and see who needed help with something, and I just help. I mean, there was always just like something small, like nothing major. But just, we chat. But then as I would meet one of, some of the grandmas, they'd be like, "Who are you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so-and-so. I'm Ingrid. I'm the granddaughter of so-and-so, the daughter of so-and-so." It'd be like, "Oh, you've come back." It was the best. I miss you too, Aminette. I miss you, Aminette. So, this song sort of captures that story of my grandma and the way I felt there, how I felt at home, and the magic of it, and the bread, and that cherry tree, and most of all, her flowers. She loved flowers, and she would talk to her flowers, and she was always friends with all her animals, and she was, she would eat her chickens when it was time to eat the chickens, and she would eat pig at Christmas and stuff like that. But throughout the year, they would become really close, and she would talk to them like they were her family, So, it was a really, really special place. But her flowers, every time I walked in the courtyard, so she had these steps going up to the house, and then on the side of the steps, it was just full of flowers. Cosmos, especially, and then, what are those orange ones? Gold. No. I can't think of it. They're kind of short, and then they have like these crinkly petals that are bright orange and yellow. Marigold. No, not marigold. Marigolds? No, I don't think so. Oh, and Minette, you just told Amina and Aminette how we became friends. I know, it's such a good story. I think that story deserves a song all to itself. So that's the story of Grandma's House, the song. So now I've been working on adapting it to the piano, because as I said, it's a very guitar. I mean, it was written as a guitar song. So, and it's a lot easier in many ways to learn a new song and figure it out on the piano than to change one of my own. And I've heard this from other musician friends of mine. So they'll play on a song, and then 10 years later they play it again, and then they somehow sorry, I have something on my lip. And then somehow they sort of slip into how they were and who they were when they first played that song. So that's what Grandma's House felt like. So I kept practicing it and practicing it. and just to sort of break through. Oh, this thing on my lip is so annoying. There, I got it. But anyway, I'll show you what I've come up with so far, and I hope my dad's listening. And if he is, this is for him. Okay. Last night she was in my dream, walking together in the gold and green, drinking cool water from the mountain spring, where I spent every summer till I was 13. She used to rock me on her knees, tell me stories of kings and queens. I'd climb high in the cherry tree, the smell of fresh bread riding on the breeze. And even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. Even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. When my dad met my mom, he brought her home, made her his bride. My mom and my grandma never got along. They both had way too much pride. My dad gave the place away when I was 27. It's now a place where people pray. I wonder if my grandma hears them up in heaven. And even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. And even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. The last time I saw her, before I left home, we were in the garden together, planting a rose. And even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. Even though she's gone, the flowers live on at my grandma's house. Oh, hi Eminat. I'm seeing your messages. And let's see. Oh, Eminat. Aminette is one of my dearest, dearest friends, and we met sort of by accident, as most good things happen, I suppose, during my second year of law school. That is true. I went to law school. My glasses are not just for show. I actually have brains. Anyway, I lived with his family for a year, and it was just the best year. The best year of college. So we had a lot of fun, and we've been friends since. And oh, he said, I have to tell everyone the first time I shaved my head. Yes, that's right. I shaved your beard for the first time. That's right. So he's my brother. Brother from another mother. Brother from another mother. Try to say that fast. I'm gonna scroll down here. Let's see. Oh, thank you. He says you were always such a good singer. And as time passes by, you are more and more perfect. Thank you. We refine, we refine ourselves as we get older and we do more of what we do. So it's good. Thank you for that, Aminette. And then the kids say bye. They go to school tomorrow. Bye, kids. I'm going to scroll down here. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the story, Tiffany. And it makes you miss your grandma in her house. It's so nice to have that, isn't it? It's very, very precious. The thing about having wonderful things is that you end up missing them when you don't have them. So it's just part of having wonderful things, I suppose, and places. And I find myself in that dilemma a lot, where I miss all of these people and places where I cannot be. Mainly because I cannot be in more than one place physically at one time. So, Buna Lidi. Oh, yeah, that's right. Your beard. That's it. Good night. So now, I would actually love your opinion because, oh, by the way, two things. My manager said I have to say these things, and by my manager I mean the other side of me. But two things. One, there is a tip jar if you'd like to tip, and that is at PayPal at paypal.me/Ingrid Serban, or on Venmo at venmo.com/Ingrid-Serban, and I will post those. They should be in the link in the event description. But if they're not, let me know and I'll send them if you're wanting to throw some money in the tip jar. And then the other thing is, if you do want to hear Grandma's House, the studio recording of it, and you haven't yet, it's everywhere. Like, you can go to Spotify and listen for free, or you can download it from iTunes, or you can go to Bandcamp if you want to listen to it in high definition, if you're an audiophile. So that's that. And now we move forward, and this is what I need your help with, because it's time to record a new song. Leaves is doing really wonderfully well. The video, just the simple video that I made here at the piano with my camera, and the sound is really not that great, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll get better. I'm getting better at these tech things. It just takes time and patience and not getting too angry and wanting to throw things out the window. But now that I have this nice microphone, I would like to record the next song. And I would like you to tell me, out of these two, which one do you think I should record next? So I wrote both of these songs. Let's see, this song I wrote them both in Paris, actually. Let me make sure. Do I want to play this for you? Yeah, I do. But they're both in the same... Yeah, so they're both in the same key. And not that it matters, but I kind of just have this thing in my head that I can't play or record two songs in the same key, one after the other. I don't know, whatever. But Anyway, I would love for you to tell me which you think should be recorded next. Ready? Ready, Freddy? Okay. Here we go. Tomorrow, when it ever comes, the cold light of the day doesn't promise anything. My body's made of clay. Tonight is all there is. Tonight, hold me tight. I watch the river flow below. My thoughts are turning gray. I close my eyes and hold my breath. They go and float away. Tonight is all there is. Tonight, hold me tight. Cold is seeping in my bones. I turn my face away. For all the strength of hearts they break, I'm falling all the way. Tonight is all there is. Tonight, hold me tight. Same old story spins and rings. Not much is left to say. There is no reason, rhyme or time to find another way. Tonight is all there is. Tonight, hold me tight. Tonight is all there is. Tonight, hold me tight. I just got a text at the end of that song. So that's hi Jordan. Hi Jordan. So that's option one, and it's not, you know, it's not that it's a disclaimer or anything, but it needs a little more finessing, and I'm still not 100% sure about that bridge or where it's gonna go. But anyway, that's the song. That's like the meat, so that you kind of can get an idea. Yes, Jordan, I know it was you texting me. Good. So that's option one. And then option two. Okay. Ready? No, I do it in B flat again. Let me see. gonna do it in key of C. See what happens. I may stop it and then go back to B flat. We'll see. But we'll see. I can't keep getting lost inside your mind tonight. I can't keep hoping that I'll find a way out of here. Lost is the life we built, gone are the hopes we had. The love that we made remains somewhere in the dark night. As I disappear. Sorry, as I live and breathe. Let me do that again. As I live and breathe, so you disappear. Last night I dreamt you were holding another. I wish I was there when you buried your father. I'll always love the way you hold my hand in yours. If I could keep you here, would you warm up this lonely night? It wasn't that long ago that I could not let you go. But change doesn't wait, you know. It just keeps on making us grow. As I live and breathe, so you disappear. Last night I dreamt I was holding another and wondered if we could be happy together. I can't keep getting lost inside your mind tonight. I can't keep hoping that I'll find a way out of here. There's no way to know the end, or if we will fall again. Do I let this hope arise and reach for the breaking dawn? As I live and breathe, so you disappear. Last night I dreamt we were holding each other, said our goodbyes. it's option 1 and option 2. Do you have an opinion? Oh, hi, Jennifer. Hi. I will send you number 1 as a voice memo, and you can help me decide, Jennifer. Thank you, Erwillian. Erwillian, by the way, and Jennifer are like, well, Erwillian is the name of the band, and Jordan is the man in the band. Both BFFs whose music please go and listen to if you want to feel happy and good and fed in your soul. That's Jennifer Gassoy. Find her. And find Erwillian, 1 L. Because when I first met them, I spelled Erwillian with 2 L's. But it's just 1 L. E-R-W-L... No. E-R-W-I-L-I-A-N. So go listen to their amazing music. Thank you, Tiffany. Option 2. Hello, Jesus Perez from YouTube. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm looking away as I'm reading your comments because if you weren't at the beginning of the broadcast, I've sort of moved a step towards more techiness. So now I'm using my iPhone as my webcam because my computer is so loud. So I was trying to get the computer fan away from this microphone. So that's how I did it. But now all your comments are going on the computer, so I have to look over there to see what you're saying and talk to you here. Anyway, that's why I looked over there. Now, thank you very, very much for tuning in today. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you'd like to contribute with a tip, you're welcome to do that on PayPal or on Venmo, paypal.me/Ingrid Serban or venmo.com/Ingrid-Serban. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. I have. These Thursday afternoons and evenings are becoming quite the nice musical anchor for myself too. So I'm really grateful you're joining me, and I will see you next week. Now I'm going to look over there because I have to press stop. Okay, bye. Where is the stop button?